From our previous episode, pinag-usapan po natin ang kahalagahan ng boundaries at na-define nga po natin ito as a property line kung saan tayo nagsisimula at saan tayo nagwawakas. And when it comes to relationships, boundaries are very important. If you haven't done so, pwede po kayong mag-like at pwede din po ninyong i-share ang ating pong mga episodes para po makatulong din po tayo sa ating families, relationships, lalong-lalo na po kapag nag-grasp na po ninyo kung gaano po kahalaga ang boundaries. My name is Kenny G.
I'm Benny.
And I'm Lorainne.
And you are watching Couch Talk. Pag-usapan nga muli natin, napakaganda nung ating naging talakayan noong nakaraang episode patungkol sa boundaries. It was very informative. Ako, habang nakikinig ako sa inyo, marami rin ako natutunan tungkol sa boundaries. Pero this time, siguro maganda na pag-usapan pa natin ng mas higit. Kung ano nga ba ang kahalagahan nito, itong boundaries when it comes to relationships. Lalong-lalo na mamaya, pag-uusapan natin, syempre sa career natin na pinili ng counseling, marami tayong nakakasalamuha kung paano tayo makakalikha ng safe boundaries that would benefit not just us, but even our counselees, di po ba? How did we develop boundaries? Individually, siguro in your life, di ba? Regardless kung natutunan ba ninyo ito sa academic world or in your personal life, paano nga ba na-develop sa inyo personally? Pag-usapan natin. O na-develop na ba ito?
Ide-develop pa lang.
Ano yung significant thing na nangyari kung bakit kinailangan muna natin mag-set up ng parameters?
Personally sa akin, nagsimula ang kamalayan ko tungkol sa importansya ng pagkakaroon ng boundaries. Nung pumasok po ako, I had a brief stint at a rehab facility. And meron pong kadahilanan kung bakit kinailangan ko pong mag-undergo ng mga sessions in this facility. And doon nakita ko, na-discover ko yung kahalagahan to be my own person, to respect the autonomy na inherent naman sa bawat isang tao. So meron tayong sense of autonomy at meron din tayong psychological freedoms that we want to embrace. And kung ma-embrace natin iyon, doon na natin na ipapamalas yung pag-observe natin ng boundaries. And then this boundaries observation, na-enhance ito nung pumasok naman ako sa seminary. Diba? So from rehab to seminary real quick. So, yun, na-enhance yung pag-honor ng healthy boundaries.
Okay. Just to clarify, it was years back kung saan na-rehab ako. It was because of my addiction. At dahil dito, nagkaroon kami ng mga counseling sessions with a counselor. And together with my wife, dito, what I'm getting from you is na-observe mo dito yung kahalagahan ng individuality, ng codependency, what it means.
Right.
And to develop, dito mo nakita yung kahalagahan.
Absolutely. Kasi meron pala siyang effect, akala natin na yung attempt natin to self-sacrifice, to always be available in meeting the need of other people, parang na-stuck tayo in viewing it as virtue, pero you really have to check if it's still virtue that's working.
Oo nga.
Kasi underneath it all, yun nga, yung sinabi natin in previous episode na there could be an underlying current of control seeking. So, is it still a virtue or it's a vice? So, yun yung mga nakita ko habang nasa facility kaming mag-asawa.
And then na-enhance ito nung
pumasok ako
sa
sa seminary.
Seminary where you took your
MA in Pastoral Counseling. That's right.
Now, same question sa'yo, Miss LJ. Siyempre, intrigued lang din ako as your friend. Paano nagsimula? O siguro ano yung mga trigger or warnings na, hey, I have to do something about this?
Sa akin yung siguro nag-start siya nung parang na-encounter ko na kayo.
So may mga pala desisyon din sa buhay mo.
Na-encounter ko na kayo yung uma-attend na ako ng seminars. Tapos mas nag-grow siya nung nag-enter na ako into a relationship.
Oo.
Tapos, di ba, as part of our church, di ba, we seek advices, help from other couples, ganun. So, parang, since kami nung husband ko and sa inyo kami nagsisik ng help.
Oo.
So, doon namin parang doon ko nalalearn na, yung mga concept of boundaries, and then, uma-attend ako ng mga seminars,
Oo.
diba? Even, nung hindi pa po kami kasal, we like to attend mga couple seminar, mga ganon, termites in marriage.
Wow,
Diba?
offering din pala ng Back to the Bible.
Yeah.
no?
Yes, oo.
So good.
At dito nga ako noon umattend.
Oo nga,
Hindi
dito.
pa siya nare-renovate. Tapos, even yung mga affairs,
Oo.
marital affairs, kahit hindi pa ako kasal. So, doon. And then,
Na-offering din ng Back to the Bible.
yeah.
Iba.
Right.
So, thankful tayo sa ministry ng Back to the Bible,
tapos
right?
yun, na-enhance na lang din nung nasa, pumasok na din ako ng seminary school. So, parang doon ko na mas na-learn yung mga concepts since meron din subject na yung child and adolescent counseling, may family counseling. So, doon ko na naano yung mga theories, mga information. Tapos, hindi, parang I didn't stop from getting the information. Pero, nire-reflect ko on my own, parang own life, na ganito pala ka-importante yung boundaries. Tapos, nag-continue na dun sa yung desire. Kasi ito nga yung lagi kong lagi kong parang belief system na you can always improve.
Okay.
So, kahit na parang kunwari, yung relationship namin, okay, parang there's always a way to improve, to make it better. Kaya parang nandun din yung desire na, yung boundaries, kailangan palang mas improvement. Tapos nag-expand na siya from relationship to friends, diba, up to sa career, ganun. Parang nag-expand na.
I want us to talk about, gusto ko lang din ma-discover sa inyo, ayaw kong sayangin yung pagkakataon. What is it like for Benny without boundaries?
You know what it's like.
Siguro, baka kasi may
Tawagan ko
mga,
yung husband ko.
Tawagan ko lang asawa ko, ha?
baka may
Wait lang.
mga listeners or viewers tayo tonight, or today na, hey, parang parehas kami ng niyayapakan.
Oh my gosh.
O sabi mo, conversation, di ba? Conversation it
Ginusto
is.
mo to.
I regret. Pero alam mo yun, di ba? I think,
Oo.
oo. Mayabang.
Mayabang.
Mayabang, insecure.
At paano na ipapahayag itong insecurity?
Magkano ka ba?
Oo.
Parang ganun.
Valid.
Oo. Magkano ka ba? Hindi, sobrang, can you feel the energy?
Yeah.
Ganun, tay. Dito lang tayo
Sabi
sa
mo,
script.
conversation.
Basta, very insecure. And then you try to mask it with
Achievements.
hyper-competitiveness, and sa akin, nilalabas ko yung hyper-competitiveness ko doon sa domain na alam kong may laban ako. May laban ng bata, no? And then, I get stuck on that. I get stuck on that persona. But, yun nga, the primary emotion beneath the, look at me, or you're nothing, it's really the fear and the powerlessness
Ganda nun.
in some important aspects in my life. Marami. Oh my gosh. Nagka-cringe ako just looking back.
Di ba may boundary line na tayo?
Yeah,
So,
but it doesn't matter. I mean, you
It
think
feels
what you
safe.
have to think. I have the freedom to disappoint you. I have the freedom to
Say the magic word, say no.
Say no, and that's fine. Think of me however you like. I think that's what's helpful. No,
Okay.
yung boundaries mo, nakikilala mo rin yung identity mo. And for me, just the identity that I'm the beloved of the Maker, and I embrace that fully and radically. The consequence of that is that it's not easy for me to give you it's not difficult for me to give you the permission to hate me or dislike me. Because that would be peripheral na lang.
That's good,
Hindi,
powerful
parang
yun.
it's just a noise now. However you think of me, may it be in a negative light. I mean, I can think of it, but radically, I want to base my identity on something that's more important to me.
So, ang nakikita ko no, sa naging kapakinabangan sa iyo personally is that yung boundaries, freedom din ito. No?
It's, oh my gosh, yes, freedom siya. Diba? A lot of times, we think of it as if it's a cage.
Oo.
Or dito lang ako, boundary ko to, dito lang ako, wag niyong pasukin to, ganyan. It's a myth, you know? Yun lang.
Okay. Sige.
May gusto pang
Miss
sabihin.
Lorainne, ano? Para sa mga nanonood, si Lorainne, kami po ay magkakaibigan. No? Kami mag-asawa ni Miss Benny. No? Miss Lorainne, pre-boundary, can you tell us, sino si Lorainne bago sa kamalayan ng boundary?
Sino ba ako?
Paano ka? Paano ka mag-handle ng relationships? Kagaya ka ba ni Benny na competitive? No? This is who I am.
Parang na-imagine ko yung sarili kong meron parang two aspects. So, one would be, yung parang may sense of manipulation,
Okay.
na yung parang ginagamit mo yung yung sense of power and control mo na ito dapat yung gawin nyo, mag-agree kayo sa akin, or dapat like nyo ko, mga ganon. May ganon ako. And then the other would be, yung walls talaga. Yun. So, yung walls. So, ako yung parang...
Hindi fence.
Hindi fence. Parang if you don't like me, I don't like you. And then, di ba? Parang ganun.
May emotions
cut off.
pa din.
Oo. Yung parang may part na if I can't manipulate you, then I would cut you off. Parang may ganun.
Parang meron pa rin yan ngayon. Very good. Parang kayong cringy ha. Ako naman, when it comes to boundaries, prior to understanding how important it is, I was in the facility for almost 2 years. No? So, can you just imagine every day you talk about these things? No? Siyempre, naging ingrained na rin sa akin. Anyway, bago magkaroon ng boundaries in my life na kailangan kong i-put up carefully, no, bago ko ilagay ito, ako yung tao would always say yes to people, no? Because I want to please, no? I want you to like me. I want you to love me. So whatever your requests may be, kakilala ko si ganito, let me do it. At ang trouble, ang danger naman din dito sa pagiging yes man is kapag hindi mo nagawa, no, it becomes frustrating to me to the point that I will blame the person who requested. No? Well, in truth, that was me. No? I allowed it to happen. So, bago mag-boundaries, ganito ako eh. I would be the man, no? The man of the hour. I would like the spotlight, no? But right now, no, praise God, no, kasi ganun pa rin ako. Right now, well, at the very least, I categorize people, no. Ibig sabihin, when it comes to safe space, I have the super friends or what have you. When it comes to work, I have this office, etc., etc. And then compartmentalized, no. If I'm needed here, I have to be prepared to be here. Nakikita ninyo, no? Na hindi yung palaging anytime pa pwede mo akong tawagan, ano? At I will be there, no? Kung ano yung service na ibibigay ko. I have learned to master or at least working through it, no, na master ko yung category, no, na mga roles. So hindi palaging pare-pareho.
Yeah.
So matanong ko din, ano, when it comes to your relationships, no, I would love to believe na naging evident na meron kayo nilikhang boundaries. No? Ano yung naging epekto nito sa mga taong you have been with, no, or you are in relationship with? No? Ano yung sa palagay ninyo naging effect sa kanila? Sila ba'y nag-persist? O sila ba'y nagkaroon din ng understanding? Or naging better ba yung relationship natin with them? No? Now that we have our own set of boundaries?
Sa simula, nangangapa eh.
Okay.
Sa simula, may tendency to relapse.
Oh, so tell me about the relapse. Parang ako yung
Sa
included
simula
dyan.
lang ba?
Sa simula, and then when the going gets tough, parang, balik na lang tayo sa dati.
Oo.
I want the monster. Ganun. Pero nagiging ano siya, nagiging rewarding, and the greatest reward for me sa relationship is yung living becomes simple.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Living becomes simple in a sense na, and purposeful. Yan, simple, purposeful.
I love
Tapos, you know the things that matter to you. you know where to expend all your energy and effort. Because you already know the things that matter to you.
So, ang naging benepisyo nito para sa iyo ay mas naging simple, no?
Yeah.
Hindi na complex, hindi na complicated, no?
I think yung naging effect sa akin din, yun, I embrace the lifestyle of minimalism.
Okay.
So, as you can tell,
Oo.
I wear the same clothes every day.
Oo. That's right.
You
That's
know,
literally.
Literally, no ligo. No. Pero yeah, mas nagiging
simple.
living is simple.
What about you, Miss Lorainne, naman?
Sa akin, sa relationship, yung mas hindi nakakapagod. Yun. Kasi dati, sinabi ko to nung during my wedding, na parang ang concept ko dati ng relationship, parang it's hard, parang ang dami mong dapat gawin, ganun, ang dami mong kailangan patunayan. Pero nung nakapag-develop na kami ng boundaries, parang it gets less tiring. Na hindi ko sinasabing madali po ang
hindi pa rin,
ang marriage, definitely. Pero parang siguro yung mga extra baggages, extra parang na-uplift siya since meron ng boundaries. Tas helpful din na yung husband ko very open din to discussing na yung boundaries. So merong parang na-maintain namin yung yan, narinig ko rin to from dun sa mga magagaling na counselors na pinapakinggan ko sa seminars.
Again, ng back to the
Na
Bible.
kayo lang pala.
Back to the Bible.
yung individuality and togetherness. So, wala kaming yung sense of resentment. Merong mga times na parang may mga nami-miss ka, pero hindi nanggagaling dun sa hindi ko to nagawa dahil sa'yo. Hindi ko to na Pero meron pa din yun, yung freedom na naalala ko na naman, yung freedom na I can be who I am.
Nice.
Without the fear na I will be left behind. Parang ganun. Yun yung
Accepting?
experience.
It's accepting. So, ako naman, if
I
I
love
may
it.
share, yung naging reward sa akin at sa relationships ko is yung better space, better headspace din. Headspace meaning to say, hindi ko na kinakailangan isipin ang lahat ng maraming bagay sapagkat alam ko na ito lang yung property line ko, ito lang yung objectives ko. So, hindi ko na kailangan itapon yung thoughts ko, yung emotions ko sa napakaraming bagay. The magic word nga ng boundary, kung babalikan natin yung mga materialis ni Henry Cloud ay the mastery of boundaries is if you're able to say no.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah. And no is a complete sentence.
Correct. I love that. Oo nga. No? You don't have
Kasi
to
may mga tao na nagno-no, pero parang
explain.
ang dami pang explain, paliwanag, dahilan.
No, I can't come. Pero kasi ganito.
Gusto ko naman talaga.
Oo, talaga. Ganon.
Pero yung say no.
Yeah, no.
You don't owe a lot.
And I think it becomes easy if you embrace nga yung mga tinatawag na psychological freedoms, di ba? And one of which is that you are free to feel what you feel and think what you think right now. Hindi what you should feel and what you should think, no? So may mga ganong, look it up kung ano yung mga psychological freedoms mo. The fifth one is my favorite. It says there, we are free to take risks on our behalf and not just get stuck on quote-unquote security. So part of me taking the risk para ma-accept ko yung sarili ko is what I said earlier, I have the freedom to disappoint you. Because not all the time, I should please you. Or I could please you, or I would please you, diba? Robot na ako nun if I please you all the time.
Just to clarify, hindi naman ito brutally, that you will be the person who would want to disappoint. Hindi naman gano'n.
May or may not
Pero
be.
just being yourself.
Yeah.
Ito yung sinasabi ni Miss Benny, na I may disappoint you from me being myself sa purpose ng Lord, pero hindi intentionally na, hey, boundaries is i-disappoint kita. It's not like that.
Yeah, an example of this is how I apply it professionally. For example, as counselors, oftentimes we get invited to speak. No, it's part of our duty, psychoeducation, deliver a seminar, deliver a workshop. And then sometimes the inviting parties meron na silang template na parang, ito yung gusto mong sabihin mo, Just please deliver and then we'll pay you. And if you have that sense of boundaries, if I feel like I'm being invited to turn against myself or to reject myself, then I could just go, I'd be happy to refer you to someone who might give you what you need.
And this happens even in the counseling. Diba?
Yeah, oo.
May mga counseling tayo, Ms. Lorainne, at saka Dr. Benny, na they want to hear what they want to hear.
Absolutely.
Sige, Ms. LJ, what about you?
How do you practice boundaries professionally?
Yan. Maganda yan.
Do I?
Do you?
Hindi, pero ma-add ko lang, no, na parang while listening to both of you, parang naisip ko lang na yung with boundaries, parang you expect less from yourself. Na nag-a-allow din for you to expect less from people. Na
Could
since
be,
you
very
can,
good.
diba, since you can say no, period, pag sila rin nag-no to you, period, diba?
Yeah.
Hindi ka na nag-aano pa na kailangan ng
Bakit?
paliwanag,
Oo.
diba? And since hindi mo na need patunayan yung sarili mo, parang you also give that freedom to other people na hindi rin nila kailangan patunayan yung sarili nila sa'yo na i-please ka.
Yeah.
Right. And in my life, no, what I have discovered with people who have no boundaries, na-discover ko na marami pala akong taong nirespeto na kaya nilang maglagay ng boundary. No? Friends in the past, no? Kumpara sa dun sa mga yes lang din ng yes pero hindi nakakapag-deliver, diba? And I would want to be that person. You know, na people would respect me even if I say, no, sorry, I can't do that. No? And kasi ganun ako sa ibang tao. Right?
Professionally, yung muna, yung parang yung basic boundaries na if you're my counselee, parang you cannot be my friend for the meantime. Parang ganon.
Pag-active.
Pag-active counselee. And then yung yung idea na I don't need you to like me.
Yeah,
Yun.
that's so
Parang
powerful.
very important yung yung building rapport. Pero hindi ko kailangang, kasi doon minsan doon yung mahirap yung pag nag-ooperate kayo sa counseling room na ang agenda mo na kailangan magustuhan mo ko, kailangan maano mo. And even with when you work with, kunwari, for children, when you work with family, 'di ba? Kailangan yung sympathy yung approval ng parents makuha ko. So, yun yung lagi kong parang before I start na I'm not here to be liked. Parang gano'n. Yun yung sa akin.
Very good.
Yeah, I like that.
Pero wag naman din natin i-discount na hindi din naman tayo intentional na just to be corrective.
Yeah.
Kumbaga, we're safe, no, na to know who we are, and siguro yung approach dito yung difference, di ba? Yung the way we approach it, di ba?
We have our own
We have our
styles.
own.
Or siguro yung yung authenticity mo na
Yun.
are there for the person, yung empathy mo, yung space, hindi yung meron kang mga hidden agenda.
Right.
Ganun.
And I think, Kenny G, before I
Sure.
ask you that question, sususugan ko lang yung sinabi niya na, hindi kailangan, hindi kailangan brutal yung pag, I don't expect you to like me. But sometimes, ganun din yung ginagawa ko sa patient. During the preliminary call or the first session, I go and say, the moment you start to feel na parang kailangan mong akong i-please, then you really have to catch yourself and tell me. Because I don't want you pleasing me.
That's your strength.
Yeah. Please don't try to please me. Because the success of your therapy, the success of your counseling will rest on your willingness to be honest. And if you are starting to please me, baka it could be counterproductive. Yeah.
Well, to be honest, in my observation as the counseling head rin ng Back to the Bible, Ben is my supervisor. Pero na-observe ko rin sa kanya, she can do it. Kaya, ganun din naman si Lorainne, Pero evidently, si Benny kaya niyang gawin to be clear, na these are harsh words, If you will just eliminate all the good things that you have mentioned, masakit siya, pakinggan, pero you can deliver, diba? Kasi nga, gawa nga ng you have been here in the ministry for a long time. So you have had that work
Yeah,
already.
yeah. What about you?
Well, ako, when it comes to counselees, no, truth is, kagaya ni Mr. Rain, ano, may mga pagkakataon that I tend to become a pastor, which is pastoring, no, kahit right after the sessions. But I always remind myself, ito naman yung ginagawa ko, no, that after my work, I am a father, I am a husband, and I have to play, no. So ako yung pag-categorize ko na ng time, no? So there are times na may nakaka-slip, syempre. As counselors, meron tayong duties kapag meron tayong mga counselees na suicidal na, di ba?
Yeah.
Syempre case-to-case basis. But for me, time, no, yung ops, I'm not a counselor.
Yeah.
I am a father now, I am a husband now. So, kung meron po kayong katanungan pagdating po sa counseling, family, relationships, inaanyahan ko po kayo magpadala ng komento po ninyo or sa inyo pong panonood if there are things that you are discovering just now, no, para po magganahan din ng ating mga co-watchers, no, yung mga nakikinig po sa atin. Pwede po kayo mag-comment, be involved, no? We love to hear or to know more about you, no? Ganun pa man, kapag meron po kayong mas private na question or problem that you want to refer to us, we ask that you would send us a private message, okay? Then once again, kung pwede po naming mailambing sa inyo, paki-like na lang din po, paki-share na lang din po. And if you feel that you are blessed with this program and you want to take us to the future, no? Kung gusto po ninyong dalhin ang Couch Talk sa mas marami pa at mas matagal pang panahon, nandiyan po yung details po namin kung paano kayo makakatulong more effectively sa ministry ng Back to the Bible Philippines, particularly sa Tanglaw sa Landas ng Buhay TV, Tanglaw TV.
Tanglaw TV.
Alright, sige. Napakaganda ng discussion natin, ha?
Love it.
Oo. At saka, I like that I see you girls cringe, no? Cringe kayo. Imagination ninyo sa past life ninyo, di ba?
God.
This is something that you have to work on, di ba? No? You have to accept. Ang yayabang pa ninyo, accept, di ba? Gano'n pala kayo mga pausod, no? Anyway, power card time, no? Pag-usapan natin. Ang power card ay yung mga tips natin para po sa ating mga topics or discussions sa ating po mga nagiging episode. Power card about boundaries, Miss Benny.
Boundary. It works if you work it.
Yun, ang ganda nun, It works if you work it. Sige, Miss Lorainne, if you have.
Sa akin, embrace your human dignity and bring back to people their dignity through boundaries.
Ang galing nun. Ang galing na nila, no? Hindi na ako makakapag-isip, no? But for me, boundaries, the first rule of boundaries is for us to learn to say no. So hopefully, mga kapatid, sa ating po mga sumubaybay po sa atin, thank you for partnering with us. And I hope and I pray na there will be more of your participation dito po sa programa nating Couch Talk. Muli po, ako po si Kenny G.
At ako naman si Benny.
At ako naman si Lorainne.
Mas makabuluhan ang usapan kapag inuupuan. We are Couch Talk.